All right, so this is another question I know I wanted to for sure answer today. People have asked me what what limits should I have on my primary accounts, and what are good primary accounts for me to add to my credit. So let's just start with what a primary account is. A primary account is simply just an account that is your account, your credit account, right? So if I go and get a credit card right now, this is my primary account, okay? It's going to report as my account. That's why it's called a primary, because it's my account. So, with that being said, when you get primary accounts, especially if you're building credit or if you're new to credit or if you have a new CPN, whatever the case might be, right? You want to make sure that you're getting primary accounts that have high limits on them. Especially if you know that you're trying to do stuff with your credit, if you're trying to get high limit credit cards, if you're trying to get high limit auto loans, if you're trying to get, business funding eventually one day, all the underwriters these days, because the banks are like a lot more strict these days because of fraud and stuff like that, they want to see high limit primary accounts, okay? They want to see that you're able to handle a high limit of revolving and also installment lines of credit. So with that being said, what revolving means is it's basically like a credit card. So you have a monthly amount that you use and that you just pay it off each month. And it's revolving. You can just keep on going. Installment is more like, all right, you get a loan. Let's say somebody gave you $500, right? And you paying off that $500 within 12 months. That's what an installment loan is. An installment loan is you making on-time payments to pay off a loan that was given to you, essentially, right? So those are the two general type of primary accounts. You also have stuff like charge cards and stuff like that, but we're not really going to get into that. So for real, if you add in, let's talk about some examples of like high limit credit builder accounts if you have, new credit. So you can add stuff like Magnum. Magnum has like a $5,000 and $10,000 personal installment loan that reports to your credit. Credit Strong, cool. They have some high limit credit builders like 2,500, 5K. You got Ava Finance, 2,500. You got Atlas, that's like $1,000 credit card. That's what it reports as a credit card to your account. And I also personally have some, sales installment loans where I can add you through a third party company and you can pay on an installment loan over time. And it's going to report a high limit. It can report, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, up to 50,000. All right. And if you need that, just tap in with me. You know what I'm saying? Telegram link will be below. I can go ahead and get you set up. I know somebody to get you set up with all of that. So we can go ahead and get you tapped there. Right. So you have that as well. You also have the rental primary trade lines. So the rental primary trade lines is going to be stuff like Boom Pay. You're going to have your rent reporters, Rental Karma, and another one called like Up the Score. I keep forgetting the name, y'all. I'm gonna get the name for y'all, but I just know I got somebody that set it up for me so it can post on y'all account. So that's all that matters, right? But long story short, those report decently like high limits of revolving and installment lines of credit. So if you can get anything that's reporting anything between, if you can get like two $2,500 credit cards, you know what I mean? Or two $2,500 primary trade lines on your credit, then you're in a good position to succeed in the future, whether it's getting higher limit credit cards, whether it's, going for business funding one day, things of that nature. So I want y'all to be very wary and cognizant of that. But outside of that, I still want to talk about the low limits that you need to avoid. All right. And that's going to be in another video.